Hey guys, welcome back to Intimate Talks Part 4. In this segment, we will be discussing the journey of self-love. It takes so long for you to even start the journey, because once you start the journey, you now have that self-awareness. You now know, okay, so I know that if I do this, like you said, if I binge watch, then I'm not practicing self-love. Like I have to.
Yeah.
Well, it goes further back because your
and
father
then right
wasn't
with my father issues and all that, but then like everything that I went through, it's like it piled, and I don't deal with it. I don't talk.
No,
I don't talk. I don't talk. I literally got to a point where I met Shanita. The guys at the liquor store knew me.
Really?
I got a new brand of tequila for you. It was like that. Like I literally carried around this little bottle of orange juice, and if you sipped it, it tastes like gasoline. But that was I like going to class like that. Like when I finally went to college, I was going to class like that. I was doing my homework. That was my life. Like I'm to the point where you give me a drink, I'll probably drive better on that drink than I do sober.
She
used to say that
all the time.
Because it became my life.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was to be sober at that point.
Right.
I didn't know what it was to be where it was. I went to the doctor and they said, my doctor looked me in my eye and said, Chelsea, if you don't stop by 25, you will not be here. You are like, I literally end up going into multi-organ failure where I was like, I got to a point where I couldn't even like hold anything down. I'm throwing up from everywhere. In the hospital, getting CAT scans, this and that. And I'm not telling anybody what's going on. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I just have a virus or something. But literally, I'm laying here dying. All because, but that's when I had to realize self-respect. And I had to learn. And then I think that's why God handled me. Because even before that, I've dealt with things.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like God handed me that first shot. I was like, here, you're going to stop drinking today.
Have a seat.
Because the moment,
today.
it was literally the moment I found out I was pregnant, I stopped. It was like, I now have this life. And I have to protect it. And I have to live here. And it's like, that's when I finally started finding out what love was. And I did, after I had him, I took a left turn again. Because I'm still walking on this journey and everything happened so abruptly.
Yeah.
So I took a turn again. And I got pregnant again. And now it's like, okay, I'm figuring that again. But now with my second one, like my boys, I've never experienced the love like that. Like sometimes like thinking about my kids, it makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Because like I've never, like no one, not even my mom, not my grandma, like it's like, what the heck why do I feel like this? Like, I look at you and I want to kiss you and I want to cry and I have to protect you, and if anything happens to you, I'm gonna be a mess. Like, like this is love. Like I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't no, take it away. I don't like it. No, but it's like they taught me how to respect myself and how to love myself, and now I'm getting to a point. I'm still learning. I'm still on the young. I'm still in my earlier part of my 20s, just not hitting my middle 20s. So I'm still learning. And it's like, I'm getting to that Chelsea where I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do this for you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Bye. You don't have a place in my life. Like, but it's like it all started from, like I said, how I felt about myself. My parents, and it literally took 20 years away from me. So it's like, you know.
You know, and that's the whole reason for this. You know, I don't want people to be stuck, and it takes so long for you to even start the journey. Because once you start the journey, you now have that self-awareness. You now know, okay, so I know that if I do this, like you said, if I binge watch, then I'm not practicing self-love. Like I have to keep reminding myself and keep doing this over and over again and reminding myself that you are beautiful. I mean, even affirmations and things like that, because not everybody knows, not everyone is taught. You have to love yourself. You're beautiful. You're confident. Like no one is taught to how to feel this way about themselves. You're taught to, you need to be nice to that person. You need to share with that person.
It's all relational.
Yes, you know, so I want people to, you know, hear these stories that we all shared and be like, wow, I can relate. So that's what that is. You know, that's what that means. Now that I know that and have that knowledge, I can move forward and practice that and better myself and who I am, find what I like to do before someone else creates that for me, so no one else can fall victim to that. We all do. It's like a roller coaster, up and down. No one's perfect, right?
I'll take something back.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't say never ending process. I don't want to say it's a never ending process. I just think it's always a work in progress.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like, like you will eventually reach like a good place, but it is something that you're constantly always working at. Like for me, I will say I thought in my head, like my whole 27 years, that I love myself. Mm-hmm. Like I was just like, yeah, I know, like I love myself, I'm this, I'm that. Like my own like idea of what I thought like self-love was. And like I'm thinking I'm like on the scale a good 10, solid 10.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yes, like I know. But then I start to realize like, okay, actually, not so much. And really because I guess a situation that I was like kind of liking a guy, like a whole situation with that. And it ended up going left and it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I just was like, what the heck? Like I thought like I was this, I thought I knew this about myself. I thought like I had all this confidence, but I realized with that person, I was trying to like get all this validation, like get all this like, see me, like, oh my God, I'm doing this, but I'm being nice and this, I'm checking up on you with this, trying to like hold up this sign. And I didn't like realize till after it kind of like blew up that I'm like, that is not self-love. That is not showing that you got confidence. That is not showing you a 10 on the scale.
Right.
Like you got some issues.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had to like just kind of like sit back and take some time for myself because I noticed that I kind of did that with a lot of guys as far as like relationships. Like I was always just trying all the time to like get this like, hey, like, what about me? Like, type of thing.
Yeah.
So for me, like, with self-love and all that, I feel like some people may think that they are at a certain spot and they know and they're just like, like, because it's not just thinking that you're pretty or thinking that you're smart. Like, it's not just that. And I just had a different notion of what I thought self-love was until literally recently. Like, Shanita will know, like, I was on my whole, like, all men are liars.
Yeah,
like y'all.
And that's
so
not
serious.
self-love.
Like it's not.
Hating all men is not self-love.
It's not, y'all do not
Yes,
do that.
No.
Hating men is not self-love.
Exactly.
Not all
It's
the time.
not. But I was just speaking out of a hurt place.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was just hurt, and that's how I thought. Like, okay, then they're all that way, and I was just like on a strike, and I just didn't want to talk to anybody. But within that, I started to become healthy and start to realize, like, okay, girl, you need to heal. You sound crazy. Like, sit yourself down and work out your issues. You need to start forgiving people. So, but I just said all that to say that, like, everybody's experiences can be different as far as, like, what they think, like, where they think they are, where they're at as far as self-love, because I thought I was somewhere and I really wasn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, and within that, I started to grow with self-love. I don't think there's like an age or a time frame. Like, it's just, it hits you when it hits you. Like, you just got to like roll with the punches.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I recently went through I was telling Shanita, it's like, I just want to relive my own life for a little bit. But that's because I got to a point where it's like, I got angry. It's like, I hate men. And they're liars. And it sucks because I only love black men, but they don't love me.
all that.
So it's like I hate it all. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna be my old me. I'm gonna start dogging these men. I'm gonna do them how they do me. I'm gonna get them all in their feelings, and then I'm going like this. Nope, don't want you. But it's like I had to realize, no, baby girl, you're hurt.
Yeah.
And you need to heal.
You need to fix that.
Like you go to church.
Yeah.
If you want to cry to somebody, if you want go to Jesus.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's not gonna help me feel better to say, oh, all men are trash.
Right.
No.
Because I say all men are trash,
But
I
you
don't
want a
talk
man
to
and you're raising.
Right.
and I'm raising two men. I'm raising two men. So now it's like, wait a minute. Let me backtrack. So now it's like, okay, maybe it's something within me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something with me. I'm broken. So now it's like, okay, I need to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
I need to figure this thing out. Because at the end of the day, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. So it's like, I can't put my problems on other people.
Right.
Because, okay, yes, I was recently dealing with someone who said, okay, well, I literally, like, I gave my all. Like, when it comes to a relationship, I will literally throw myself out there.
Everything.
Like, say, oh, you need me for this? I'm coming. 3 o'clock in the morning. You're stuck? Okay, I'm on my way. Every time they call me, I'm answering the phone.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, baby girl.
Exhausting.
It does.
And it does.
It like raises my
It
anxiety
gets-
thinking
it's
about
so exhausting. And it's like you give
Yeah.
all that. You give all that. And then it's like, I was recently dealing with a person. I gave literally everything. It's like, well, I want to be with multiple women. I want to marry all these different women because I'm a king and king have different women.
The king.
Look,
Right.
and I'm
They
like, I was
say
a king in my
men are
past
even
life, and I'm like,
hotels.
okay, we're not in 19 BC, welcome to 2019. But where you live in a hot girl, hot boy lives, STDs and HIV are at an all-time high. But good luck,
Right.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You got it, but it's like it made me feel like I'm not enough. It made me feel, and that it made me literally hate men. It literally made me go. I started answering text messages. That I'm like, hey, you want to hang out? You want to do this? I'm like, let me chill because I don't like you. I don't want to hang out with you. But I would literally get them in their emotions and get them in their feelings just to be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go deal with this guy over here. I don't want you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't hurt other people because I'm hurt.
Right.
I need to go.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like I need to step away, be
Get
okay with being
myself
alone, and go get myself together
Together.
and go heal. Because at the end of the day, no matter what this person does, no matter what that person does, I have to worry about me, and I have 2 kids to raise.
Yeah.
No matter if I have to figure it out,
Yeah.
and I can't raise 2 men to be great men with a broken mom.
Yeah.
I can't raise them to be men anyway. But how do I raise them to love women, to respect women when they mama talking about
Amen.
I don't like everybody trash and I don't like it's like so now I'm turning my boys into these men. Then I'm like, okay, well my mom said she hated men, so should I not be a man?
Right. Yeah.
Or okay, well my mama dealing with it, so I guess this woman's gonna put up with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like I had to realize I can't worry about what other people are doing or how other people are feeling because at the end of the day, I had to still love myself. And I had to love myself for these boys that I'm now having to show how to be a man to a woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard not life.
it really is.
We're figuring it out.